everyone, we are so excited that you logged in and joined us today. Welcome to Dollar Workout Club. My name's Natalie. I'm in green today. This is Lynn. She's in yellow. And this is Drew. He's in red. If you've been a member for a while, you know that we have our green, yellow, and red color coordinated system. That's because at Dollar Workout Club, we believe that truly anybody at any fitness level can do our workouts. We've structured them so that everybody will do the same exercises. It's just that the different colors will be modified slightly to make them easier or harder. So if you're a beginner, you're going to follow whoever's wearing a green shirt, which is me in this workout. If you're kind of in between at the intermediate level, you're going to follow whoever's wearing yellow, which is Lynn today. And if you're advanced, you're always going to follow whoever's wearing red, which is Drew today. So today we are doing an awesome back and bicep workout. Now, if you've been working out with us the rest of the week, you know that we're doing a lot of ascending rep workouts. And today we're following that exact same structure. So what I'm going to do real quick is go through all the different exercises that we're going to do in today's workout. And then Lynn is going to show you the green version and the yellow version of the different movements. And Drew is going to show you the red version of the exercises. Then after that, we're going to start our warm-up. Drew's going to go through the structure of how the workout is laid out. And then we're going to get right into it. So the first movement we're going to do is a mountain climber. Lynn is going to show you the green version. You're going to want a chair or a countertop, something that you can rest your weight on. A stair would even work. And then she's just going to step back and step in and step back and step in, just like that, just like you're climbing up a mountain and your hands are rested on that ledge, okay? If you're the yellow version of that exercise, again, you're gonna use a platform, a chair, a counter, something like that, but instead of stepping back, you're gonna switch your feet back and forth real quickly in a jumping motion, just like that. And then the red version of that same exercise is the same, except that you are in a push-up position with your hands straight on the ground, and then you're just gonna switch your legs back and forth in a quick movement, just like you're climbing a mountain. It's a really tough workout on your shoulders and your legs. The second movement that we're going to do are called rocket jumps. So if you're green, you're going to want a chair, something that you can sit down on. A couch would even work. You're going to, sit down, and then you're just going to stand up real quickly and raise your arms like you're jumping up like a rocket, okay? The faster you can do this and the more explosive you can be, the more calories you're going to burn. So go at your own pace and your own level. Yellow and red are going to do the exact same movement, except that red is just going to be a little bit more explosive and go a little bit faster, okay? So you're going to squat down, and then you're going to use your arms to propel you up and put your arms directly above your head, just like a rocket. Now the key is that you're going to stop after every single jump and go right into the next jump. So you're not going to use the momentum from the jump to start this next jump. You're going to stop, kill the momentum, and jump again. All right. Then the next 4 exercises we have, all of us are going to be doing the same movement. The only difference is that you're going to be holding a different amount of weight in your hands. So green is going to be a little bit lighter. You can see I'm using soup cans here today. You can use anything in your house that has weight. Soup cans, water bottles, if you have free weights, you can use those, all right? So what you're gonna do, sit down just like Lynn and Drew are doing here, then you're gonna lean over with your back and dig your elbow into your leg right here, kind of right above your knee, dig it up right above your elbow. And then you're just gonna do a bicep curl. It's called a concentrated bicep curl. And the idea is that you just really wanna focus on using that bicep muscle to lift the weight, and you just go extend all the way down, not till you're fully locked out, but almost all the way, and then bring that weight all the way back up, just like that. And you can see they switch arms back and forth. You look real tough when you do these. The next exercise we're going to do are single arm bent over rows with your palms facing each other. So you're going to take those exact same weights that you just used. You're going to get into a bent over row position. So you're going to put your feet close together, bend your knees slightly, keep your back straight, just like Lynn and Drew have here. Then you're going to take those weights and pull your elbows directly behind you, okay? I don't want to see your elbows sticking out like that. You want your elbows directly behind you while you pull one arm up and keep the other arm down. And then you're going to switch arms back and forth, just like Lynn are doing here. Now the key is you don't want to arch your back. Why don't you guys show them what that would look like? Don't want to do that, and you don't want to bring your hips too far up either, like Lynn's doing there. You want to have a nice flat back that's bent over, just like the name says. Okay, the next exercise we're doing are single arm reverse grip bicep curls. So you're going to use the exact same weights you were using unless your arms are fatigued, and you're more than welcome to drop down to a lighter weight. You can see that Lynn dropped down to heavier soup cans here because this is a harder exercise. So basically you're going to stand with your feet a little bit closer, about shoulder width apart. You're going to hold those weights so that your palms are facing your body. And instead of a normal bicep curl where you go up like this, your palms are facing your body, and you're going to bring that weight up. So the only part of your arm that's moving, like you can see on Drew here, the only part that's moving is from his elbow to his wrist. Every other part of his body is staying in one position. And then you're just gonna use your biceps, one arm at a time, to lift that weight up, okay? The next exercise, the last exercise we're doing, is single arm reverse grip bent over rows. Say that 10 times fast. I know it's a mouthful. So basically you're doing the exact same movement you did earlier, except instead of with your palms facing each other, your palms are facing out. So you're going to really target your lat muscle, which is this muscle right here when you're pulling that weight up. So again, you just want your elbows to go directly behind you. I don't want to see you pulling your elbows out like this. You want your elbows behind you, keep that weight close to your body, and then you just bring the weight up until it's about right at your chest level, okay? And remember the same thing, don't arch your back, don't bring your hips up, just like before. All right, those were a lot of movements that we just went through, but don't worry, you can follow along with us as we go through the exercises, and the workout will also be written on the screen so you can follow along. Lynn and I are gonna get started with a dynamic stretching warm-up right now. Please follow along with us at home while you listen to Drew as he explains the structure of the workout.
All right, you guys, so we're gonna start off with a Tabata. So remember that's 4 minutes. We're gonna be doing 2 movements, the mountain climbers and the rocket jumps, alternating between those 2. So the way that the Tabata is structured is we're doing 20 seconds of mountain climbers, followed by 10 seconds of rest, then 20 seconds of rocket jumps, followed by 10 seconds of rest, and then back to mountain climbers, and you do that until the 4 minutes is up. After the Tabata set, we're gonna take a 60-second rest before we move into the ascending reps of the other back and bicep exercises. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna do 2 reps of the single arm concentration curls, and then on each arm, 2 reps on each arm. Then you do 4 reps on each arm, then 6, then 8, then 10, before you move into the single arm bent over rows. And then you're doing 2 reps on each arm, then 4 reps, then 6, then 8, then 10. And then you follow the same thing for the single arm reverse grip bicep curls, 2, 2, 4, 4, 6, 6, 8, 8, 10, 10. And the same thing for the single arm reverse grip bent over rows. The same format. If you get lost, which you might, luckily the rep scheme will be displayed on the screen for you to follow along. So that will help you out if you're not sure where to go from there. But just follow along with us. Looks like we're almost done with the warm-up.
Yeah, we're gonna do some self-hugs and then a little bit more of that dynamic back stretch that we started with. So this is a real back-intensive exercise today, and so we really wanna make sure we're nice and stretched. So this dynamic back stretch, you stand with your arms straight down, and then you start swinging your arms a little bit higher each time until your arms are directly above you. Just really stretch out that upper body. I like this exercise.
So the Tabata is going to be good for getting our heart rates up, you guys.
Yeah.
And then we'll move into the back and bicep specific exercises.
Okay, so remember, we're going to start with mountain climbers. We're going to go ahead and get started here in just a second. All right, guys, let's get into the mountain climber position. Pick the color that you want to follow. In 2, 3, 2, 1, go. Mountain climbers. We're going to go for 20 seconds, and then we get 10 seconds of rest, and then we're going to go right into our rocket jumps after this.
Remember, you guys, we're making it harder the further we jump back or step back, and the faster we go.
5 seconds. Come on, guys, lots of reps. 2, 1, rest. Cheater. Stopped early.
You said 2, 1, rest.
Cheating.
Always happens. Very well. She said 2, 1, rest.
Ready and go into the rocket jump. And really, if you're green, you can go on your toes a little bit at the top. And you really want to just get as much momentum as you possibly can at the top of that movement. We have 3 seconds left. And stop. See?
Stop?
Good job.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, we're going to go right back into
here.
mountain climbers.
I'm
I just
gonna
like to
watch her.
call
I'm
Drew
gonna watch
out
her.
every chance I get. And go.
As you can see, we like to get a little competitive here. Hopefully you do too at home.
Make sure you guys watch her form. Make sure she's doing it right.
If not, comment below.
No, we like to have fun here at Dollar Workout Club, just like I know you guys do at home too. We have 2, 1, stop.
You guys, you should be out of breath by now. If you're not, then move up a level for the rest of this.
2, 1, go. Rocket jumps. Like Lynn was saying earlier, the reason that sometimes we'll put a Tabata workout at the beginning of the day's workout is to get your heart rate up so that way you're burning more calories as you do the resistance training or the weight training because your heart rate is already higher. We have 2 seconds and rest. Good job, guys. We're halfway through this Tabata. Back into mountain climbers. In 3, 2, 1, go. If you're not out of breath yet, then consider switching up to the next level, okay? Your heart rate should be up. You should be breathing a little bit heavy. Shouldn't feel impossible yet, but it should start to feel a little bit challenging. If you don't feel challenged, you're not at the right level. It's the beauty of our color system. You can switch throughout the workout. 2, 1, stop. Okay, we're gonna go into rocket jumps. That's our last set of rocket jumps. And go. Remember, you want to really be explosive in this movement. At the top of the jump, you want to try and get as far up off the ground as you can. Swing your arms behind you if you want and use that momentum to really leverage you up off the ground.
And Natalie was teasing you. This is like your second to last set of breath.
Oh, sorry, you're right. I was off. All right, and rest.
But now we really are going to our last set.
Yeah, I got it.
Thank
mixed up.
heavens. I can't breathe.
And go, mountain climbers.
Last round, best round, you guys. You know how we love to say that. So that means you keep the same consistency or even pick it up.
Good job, you guys. You have about 5 seconds left.
Don't quit. Don't quit before it's done. Go the
1,
whole time.
Stop. Good job. Good job, Drew. Going the whole time. Just like to give him
I was
a
going
hard
to joke around and
time.
say don't quit like Drew.
Oh, and go. Rocket jumps. Come on,
giving
guys.
him a hard time.
This is our last time doing rocket jumps.
Give it
Don't
your
give
all,
up
you
on
guys.
yourself.
Challenge
Really be
yourself.
explosive.
Don't quit. Don't quit. Keep going.
2 seconds. Come on. Get it in and get it in. Rest. All right, guys. We have 70 seconds of rest. Go grab a drink of water. Wipe that sweat off your towel. Make sure you have your weights or your dumbbells ready. Your soup cans. We're going to go right into single arm concentration curls. So make sure that you have a chair or a ledge or somewhere that you can sit down. I mean, technically, I guess you could squat without a chair, but that would be a lot harder on yourself. So
That'd
we
be
have
extra
about
credit.
45 seconds. Yeah, you could do it
Oh,
that
man.
way.
You guys, your heart rate should probably still be up. We're trying to calm it down before we start our weight training. Focus on deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth.
30 seconds, you guys.
All right, good job, guys. We're
Curls for the girls. Let's do it, guys.
I want somebody to make an image with Drew making a silly
Curls
face.
for the girls.
Curls for the girls.
Tries for the guys.
It's true. Not today, though.
What do we say here, Dollar? I don't even know. All right.
On fleek for $1 a week. Whew. All right, guys, we have 5 seconds. Let's get into position. Get your arm ready. And go.
Squeeze
Remember
at the
on
top.
this, you guys, that we're alternating. So 2 on one side, 2 on the other side.
Just squeeze
Now
at
we're
the
at
top.
4.
Yeah, like Drew said, you really want to concentrate on squeezing that bicep muscle at the top. The more perfect your form is and the better and the harder you work right now, the better results you're going to see.
Yeah, and really, you guys, especially as we get into the next round, which is going to be 8, it should be difficult for you. If you don't find that whatever weight you're curling is hard enough, then get a heavier weight. Because you don't want to do this whole workout with a weight that you don't think is challenging.
We're on to 8
job.
now. Whenever I do this exercise, I always feel like, you know, like those big tough guys in the gym that are like curling lots of weight. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah, like Drew.
Just kidding.
You should really feel it by now, you guys. Really squeezing that bicep at the top. Full range of motion. All right, going
Round
into
to
the last
10.
round.
Good job, guys.
You gotta burn it to earn it. Let's go.
Full round, full repetitions, you guys. All the way down and all the way up. Don't jip yourself just because we're on our last round.
Your arms really should be burning right now. If you don't feel a burn in your arms, then you don't have a heavy enough weight, okay? So if you really are not feeling anything right now, hit pause, go find something around your house that's a little bit heavier that you could use and switch. And because everything is single arm, really, you just need one item that's heavier. You don't need to even have two.
Nice job.
I lost track. So
We got
there
10.
we go. Good job.
Headed over into our single arm bent over rows. Flat back. Let's go.
Remember, your palms are facing each other, okay?
Remember, you're keeping a flat back. Don't arch that back, especially because the weight's heavy. I know when I get tired, I sometimes round my back. But think of having a glass of water on your back right now, and you're trying to make sure that you don't spill it. Nice job.
Good job, guys. You want to focus on bringing your elbow directly behind you, okay? You want to keep that arm as close to your body as possible. I don't want to see you going out like that. That doesn't count. Good job.
You notice that because of the weight, you're starting to slouch a little bit. Use one hand and rest it on your knee to keep that back flat, like I'm doing here. Squeezing your shoulder blade at the top, you guys. I think we're going into our last round, everybody, right?
Yep. Good job, guys. This should feel really hard. Your arms should start to feel burned out. If they're not feeling burnt out right now, you're not at a heavy enough weight, okay? We keep saying that because we really want to emphasize that. You're not going to see good results unless you use a weight
Last one.
that's heavy enough
There we
for
go.
you.
All right.
All right.
Reverse curls.
Bicep curls.
I'm going to try to use the same weight, and if it gets too hard, I'm going to bring it back down for the soup cans. It's always good when you're doing arm exercises, in my opinion, to have two different types of weights, one that's heavier and one that's a little bit lighter, because depending on the move, you know, you definitely want to be fatigued, but you may not be able to complete it. These reverse curls really work our forearms, something that I know as women, we really don't work a whole lot. So you may notice, like me, you get fatigued faster with the same weight that you used for bicep curls.
Yep. Good job, guys. We're going into 8 reps.
Make sure you're really squeezing that bicep at the top.
And especially girls, I don't want you to be afraid of lifting a heavier weight, okay? I know I used to be afraid of lifting heavy. I thought it was going to make me bulky, and it doesn't. It just gave me nice tone and definition and made me look strong and athletic.
Okay, next side. We're finishing with 10. Stay strong, you guys. Like we've talked about before, I don't want to see you throwing your weight around. If this is too heavy, put it down and get a lighter weight. But you want to keep yourself stationary. Think core tight and squeeze your glutes. That definitely helps.
Good job, you guys.
Almost there. Because we got our heart rate up earlier with that Tabata, I'm sweating.
Last rep, 10.
All right, bent over rows.
Reverse grip, bent over rows. So you want your palms to be facing out, and your back is going to be flat. Again, you want your elbows to go directly behind you, and you want that weight to be as close to your body as possible.
And remember with this, you guys, you're squeezing as you get to the top again. Really squeeze that back muscle. Make every rep count. Do a little squeeze at the top each time.
Sometimes it helps me to think about pushing my shoulder blades into the center of my back.
Oh, we're almost there, you guys. I know for me it's getting pretty tough. Keep that back flat though. Going into 8. Nice job.
Good job, you guys. This is 30 reps per arm. So your arms are going to feel really tired and fatigued after this workout. You might even feel more sore tomorrow than you do today.
All right, we're going into our last round of 10. Finish strong, you guys. Focus on good form, keeping that back flat, keeping the weight close to you, and really squeezing at the top.
Squeeze at the top. That's the key right there, you guys.
Ooh.
On all the back and biceps moves, you want to squeeze at the top. Flex as much as you can for a split second, then go back down. That's the key to getting good definition of those muscles.
Ooh. My back is killing me.
That's the key to looking like Drew.
It's the key. Right here. Just kidding.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, guys, we're gonna do some stretches. If you're still working out, then that's fine. Just hit pause, and then as soon as you're done, then you can go into the cool down with us. So we're gonna go into a child's pose. This is really gonna work your lat muscles. Go exactly like Drew and Lynn are right now. You're gonna just crawl up into a ball and put your arms directly in front of you until you feel a really good stretch in your back. And kind of push out as far as you can.
Yep, sit back onto those heels, you guys, as you push those arms out in front of you. So you're kind of separating your body, it feels like, where your arms are staying planted, yet your butt keeps going further and further back while your hands are in one place without moving. You should feel a nice good stretch in your lats.
All right, we're gonna go into a hip flexor stretch. So you're gonna slowly crawl out of that position, get onto your knees, put one leg forward, one leg's gonna stay behind, and then you're gonna push your body weight onto that knee that's in front, and then pull your body back at the same time. So you're kind of doing.
Just feel a stretch right in here, you guys, in your hip flexor, right here.
It's a really good stretch.
Yeah, push that hip forward.
Especially if you work an office job or if you're in your car driving all day, this is a great stretch to even do every night before you go to bed or when you wake up in the morning. Just keeps those hips nice and loose.
Yeah, hopefully you guys like how the workouts were written this week. You may notice that we really changed things up at Dollar Workout Club. The workouts are always so different. We do that on purpose to have muscle confusion, so you're still utilizing and getting the most benefits so your body doesn't get used to it. And what I like about this is some weeks you might feel like it's more cardio intensive or that you're sweating more, but a lot of times people have a misconception of thinking if you're not sweating a lot, you're not seeing benefit. We have to remember, as we're building muscle, we're boosting your metabolic rate so you can see more results and actually feel like you look better too because you're toning up.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
All right, let's stand up and go into a bicep stretch. So you're gonna stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, and then you're just gonna stand and pull your your fingers towards your body, keeping your arms straight. You really should feel a nice good stretch right along your bicep and your forearm at the same time.
Keep that elbow into your body, not out to the side, otherwise you won't be able to have something to pull against. But yeah, pull those.
If you've never done reverse bicep curls, I know I had it until about 2 years ago. I'd never done them. I just remember the day afterwards, I had never felt so much pain right here in my forearm. You're not used to using that muscle a lot, and I really don't think we use it a whole lot. And a lot of people don't even exercise it a lot. It's funny, the next day you might notice some feel good pain in your forearm.
All right, guys, from start to finish today, we were under 20 minutes. We love you guys. That's how we do all of our workouts here at Dollar Workout Club, because when you're doing it right, you don't have to spend 2 hours at the gym. We love you guys. I want you to know how much we genuinely, truly appreciate you. You motivate us just as much as we motivate you, and we cannot wait to see you tomorrow.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Bye. Hey guys, tonight we're doing some fun Q&A session, just very casually here around this fire pit. We have a glass of wine, so you might get a little more candid answers than you normally would with us. And no, really, we just want to talk to you like we would talk to our best friends. So we have a question that has come through so many times, and this one is from Paige, and it's come through, the same question has come through in lots of different ways with the same type of question. She says, I just had baby number 2. How do you balance family, work, and fitness? We figured it out with our first, but 2 just adds a whole new level. So I feel like we're very qualified to answer this because we all have 2 children of our own. And I totally agree with you. It is hard. Anytime, I remember when I didn't have kids and I thought it was hard to get to the gym.
Yeah.
And then I had a baby and I'm like, what was I thinking? This is really freaking hard with a kid. And then you add 2 and it just feels really crazy. And I will say that and this is true with all parenting, everything comes in phases. Like I remember at the beginning, it felt so hard and so impossible to, not even to get to the gym, to walk out the door. It was like by the time I got out the door, then the baby would spit up, and then the baby needed fed, and then the diaper would need changed, and then you have spit up all over you, you have to change the diaper, and then it was like nap time again, so you didn't go anywhere. And just remember that that's a phase, and then you're going to continue to go through different phases. And there's hard phases and there's easy phases, and it's a learning process, and there is for sure a learning curve. But tangibly, something that really helped us after my daughter, which was baby number 2, was born, we actually were in a crazy situation where my husband was in a really bad accident and he couldn't walk, and we were living in a hotel for 6 weeks, and so it was so hard for us. Don't laugh.
I remember that story.
Yeah, it was really
It's
hard.
crazy.
And
We'll tell you guys that.
we'll tell you on a different episode. But
Rob's a lawnmower. It's really weird.
yeah, he cut his foot off with a lawnmower, and they were able to fix everything.
Sorry, we're getting way too
Yeah.
Getting back.
But anyways, so it was really hard. It was really, really hard. And so we had an agreement where I would get the baby down to sleep, and then my 3-year-old son would stay at home with him, and they would play games or do whatever because my husband couldn't really walk and hold the baby. And I would run to the gym real quick, and then I would come back. He would call me usually when the baby woke up, and I would come back. And it was really hard. Like, I really wished at that time in my life I had Dollar Workout Club, because it would have made it a lot easier. As far as, so balancing workouts, you have Dollar Workout Club now where you can get in a 10-15 minute quick workout, and on days you can't get in a workout, don't sweat, you just keep going the next day. Dollar Workout Club, there is no start date and there is no end date. We just are always here for you. And so I think that's how I kind of would suggest balancing fitness with family and everything else. I've talked a lot, so I'm gonna let you guys touch on the food and all that.
I fell asleep. But
I'm nodding this whole time,
Go
and
ahead.
I'm so
No, seriously, it
in
was really
agreement
good.
with Natalie about phases. So there are times, for example, with my baby number 1, I probably could have gone to the gym. With baby number 2, I couldn't. I only did at-home workouts, the same ones that we do here at Dollar Workout Club, because for me, just even the thought of somehow getting both of my kids ready and in the car and driving to the gym, and then hoping that something crazy doesn't happen at the daycare, like them having a blowout in their diaper and them calling me and me being mortified, and then getting back home. Like, it just seemed overwhelming. Even talking about it, I'm overwhelmed. And so the difference was, like, at home, like what I did when I had my second is, so it also depends on the ages, of course, but like with my first daughter, she was on a nap schedule, and so was my other daughter, and I would often do a quick at-home workout when they were napping, and even if one of them woke up, it's fine. I would take a break, I would tend to them, I would maybe sometimes even include them in my workout, and some days you just don't get to it. Like Natalie said, some days kind of are chaotic, and I would just think, my daughter at some point, because she was really colicky, she had acid reflux, I couldn't put her down sometimes. And so I would bounce her and walk around the house. And I think that's a workout right now. For me, bouncing my daughter and moving all around the house while I'm doing it is a workout. So you kind of just have to go with the flow and realize it's not going to be perfect. Definitely doing at-home workouts and including my kids really helped me. And another thing that really helped me was food prep. And Drew could probably talk a lot about that, but we would prep food just twice a week. And so that would really help me to have healthy food always on hand. Because with kids, and especially having 2 young kids, life is unpredictable, and it's really hard to cook fresh and healthy food every day. And so instead, having the healthy food cooked in advance made it so that we always had great healthy options, which helped me with my nutrition.
Yeah, honestly, I think it comes down to doing the best you can with what you have in certain situations. And when you have 2 babies, like our girls were 20 months apart. I don't know how far apart your 2 kids are, but that makes it hard. 2 kids are in diapers, and it does make it extremely more difficult. So you just have to do the best you can with what you have, and don't beat yourself up, okay? Meal prep definitely made a big difference with our nutrition. If you can get the nutrition part down, you'll see way better results. And some days we got to the gym, some days we didn't, and the best thing you can do is not beat yourself up over it. But at the same time, you could prepare in advance. Like, if you know when your kids are on a schedule, talk to your spouse and say, look, they're going to be asleep at this time. Could you help me out in this situation where, when you get home from work, you watch the kids for 20 minutes. I'm going to do a quick at-home workout, or I'm going to go to the gym, and, then I'll let you go, and you have to be a team. So preparing your day in advance, I think helps out and has great benefits, in the long term in that situation. But you do go through phases. Your kids end up going to school. You're more on a set schedule, so it's not always going to be that way forever. So just remember that.
Yeah, it's phased. So I hope that was helpful. Those are just our own experiences. Everybody's situation is going to be different, but I think the important thing is that we're talking about it, and we're letting everybody know that you're not alone, and we're not alone. Like, we all have gone through it, and we're all going through it right with you. So thank you so much for that question, and cheers.
Cheers. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey you guys, thank you so much for being a part of Dollar Workout Club. We love having you guys as a member, and we love seeing the photos that you've been tagging us in. If you haven't tagged us in some photos yet, here are the hashtag below. So if you try the recipe of the day, or if you want to comment how your fitness workout went today, make sure to leave it in the comment section. You guys, we check those, okay? We check those every day. We love responding to you guys. We're having so much fun with you being a part of the club. Make sure to follow us on all the social media outlets, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.